Listen and practice.
Long time ago, 3 pigs grew up and left their parents' home. They said goodbye to each other and went their separate ways. The youngest little pig was lazy and did not like to work. The middle pig did not mind working, but always took the easy way. The oldest pig worked hard and always thought before doing something. Each little pig thought about how to build a house. The youngest brother said, "I will build my house with grass. It is light and easy to build with. It will make a nice home." His older brother said, "Here are many small sticks. They are easy to work with. I will build my house out of sticks. That will make a good home." Then the oldest brother said, "There are many dangers in this world. I must build a strong house using stones." And soon the 3 pigs built their houses, and for a while everything was good. One day, a big bad wolf came to town. He was hungry, very hungry. His favorite food was pig. He came to the grass house built by the first little pig. "Come out, little pig, for I want to eat you," roared the wolf. The little pig locked his door, but the wolf took a big breath and blew the grass house down. Then he ate the little pig. Next, the wolf came to the house made of sticks. "Come out, little pig, for I want to eat you," roared the wolf. The little pig locked his door and hid. But the big bad wolf blew and blew, and the house of sticks fell down. He ate the little pig. When the wolf came to the stone house, he blew and blew. He could not blow the house down, for it was strong. Finally, the wolf gave up and went away. The little pig with the stone house lived a long and happy life.
Listen and practice.
Last winter, I had a bad cold. I could hardly breathe through my nose. In the morning, my mother brought me a little red teapot. "Tea? I don't like tea," I said. "I know," Mom said, "but tea is one of the best things you can drink. It's very healthy. This is a special tea for when you are sick." There was no way out. The tea was strong and bitter. I knew my mom was trying to help me, so I took another sip. Within a few hours, I could breathe through my nose again. Was it the tea? I don't know, but I do know that the next time I am sick, I'll be looking for that little red teapot again.
Listen and practice.
The first Earth Day was on April 22nd, 1970. It was in the United States. A man named Mr. Nelson started it. He wanted people to take care of the earth. People worked on cleaning the land, water, and air. Some people picked up trash. Other people planted trees and flowers. The second Earth Day was on April 22nd, 1990. This time, people all over the world took part. Now we celebrate Earth Day every year on April 22nd. People in Australia clean beaches. People in Jordan and Canada plant trees. People in Russia plant gardens. People in Sweden visit farms. On one Earth Day, people in Japan made soap and postcards out of trash. What will you do on Earth Day this year?
Listen and practice.
Gina is scared. Today, she is going to see the doctor. She is going to get a needle. Gina does not like needles. "It will hurt," she cries. "I don't want to get a needle." Mom says, "Getting a needle is good for you. It will help you stay healthy." The doctor is wearing a white coat. She has a nice smile. The doctor looks at Gina and says, "Don't be afraid." The needle will not hurt. Everyone gets needles. Gina holds out her arm. She is still scared. "Close your eyes and think of something funny," says the doctor. Gina closes her eyes, thinking. She feels a small pinch on her arm. "You are a good girl." It is over. Gina laughs. She is not scared of needles anymore.
Listen and practice.
My mother has a favorite chair. She got it from her mother. This chair is very old. It is the only one of its kind because my grandfather made it. One day, my brother pushed me when we were running through the house. I started to slip and ran right into the chair. One of the legs came off. We were shocked. We could not speak. I called my dad at work. He came home and glued it together. He put a clamp on it to hold it in place while the glue dried. My mom came home. We hoped she wouldn't notice, but she saw the clamp on the chair. We told her what had happened. She was very upset. Luckily, the chair is fixed. Even though that old chair is much stronger now, we are not allowed to run in the house anymore.
Listen and practice.
The best thing about the weather in London is that it's never extreme. It isn't usually very hot or very cold. In the summer, it's sometimes sunny and sometimes cloudy, with temperatures of about 22 degrees. And of course, it sometimes rains. In winter, the temperature is usually between 0 and 10 degrees. It can be windy and cold, but it hardly ever snows. In spring and in autumn, the weather is very changeable. You can have all the 4 seasons in one day. It can be sunny in the morning, cloudy at lunchtime, raining in the afternoon, and then cold and windy in the evening. I always tell tourists to take their sunglasses and their umbrellas when they go out. But one thing you don't often see these days in London is fog. A lot of tourists come to London and say, "Where's the fog? London is always foggy in films." Well, it's true that in the past, that is until the 1950s, London was a very foggy city because the air was really dirty. But today, the air is clean and it's hardly ever foggy.
Listen and practice.
Have you ever been told that you are too short or too tall? Well, don't worry. Everyone is short compared to one man who was born in the United States in 1918. His name was Robert Wadlow. He was the tallest person ever. He was 2.72 meters tall. Life was hard for Robert. When he died at age 22, he was still growing. Today, the tallest person alive is Bao Xishun. He is 2.47 meters tall. Bao is a herdsman from Inner Mongolia, China. He is very famous all around the world. But Bao Xishun is very shy and leads a simple life. His friends call him Xishun, or the big guy.
Listen and practice.
During the week, I get up at 7:20. I have breakfast at 7:45, and then I go to school. I arrive at school at 8:20. It's very close to my house. At school, I have lunch at 12:15. At the end of the school day, I leave school. That's at 2:50. At home, I have dinner with my family. We have dinner at 7:30. I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Listen and practice.
When George was 6 years old, his father gave him an axe. George chopped many things with his shiny new axe. In his family's backyard was his father's favorite tree. One day, young George cut down the tree. Soon after, his father saw the poor dead tree. He was sad. He was also very angry. He called his son and asked, "Do you know what happened to my cherry tree?" George was frightened. He thought about telling a lie, but he changed his mind and cried, "It was I, Father. It was I who cut it down, your cherry tree." George's father looked kindly at him. He hugged the boy. "I am very proud of you, George. You were frightened, but still you told the truth. You are worth more to me than 1,000 cherry trees."
Listen and practice.
One day, Tom was very bored in class, so he threw a little ball at his friend Dan. Dan threw it back. They started throwing the ball back and forth. One time, Tom threw it too high. Dan had to reach up to get it. By accident, he knocked a girl's glasses off the desk beside him. They fell and broke. Very soon, the two boys were in the principal's office. Dan said they didn't do anything wrong. He blamed Tom. He kept lying and lying, and his face got redder and redder. All of a sudden, he burst into tears. It seemed that Dan just couldn't tell any more lies. At the end, Tom and Dan had to pay for the girls' new glasses. They learned that lying just makes things worse.